Okay, so now we're going to go over the cases section and the notes section. These are the other two sections that you're going to use the most here in this system. The cases section right here is going to list any cases that this particular contact is associated with and give you a quick way to access those cases as well as to add a case. And we will be adding a case later. We're just going to finish going over this interface in this video. Over here is the notes section, and in the notes section this is a quick overview of any notes that are associated with this particular contact. Now these notes, when you're dealing with cases, you're going to enter in the notes through the cases interface and deal with that, and we're going to go over that. These would be, you're going to add notes in here that are just going to be general notes that are not associated to any ongoing case, but in some way, shape, or form are associated with this particular contact. So the other interface here, which is going to be useful here, is the change log. Everything in this system that happens is logged. It's going to show you who made the change and the date that that change was made, okay, as well as give you some information about the quick information here about the individual who made the change. Okay, this is just going to be a quick overview in the system of the individual that made the change, is all it is. It doesn't actually say anything about the change itself in that interface. That is just a quick overview of the change itself. So if you click on their email address, it takes you to the contact for that particular individual. So there's two ways to get information there in the change log, and that is to let this little thing hover right here, or to click on this and it will take you to the contact that made the change. It doesn't give specific information necessarily about the change itself. It just denoted that changes were made in the system at that point in time. Once again, to go back to the summary scheme, we click here. Now we're going to go over these buttons right here. These three buttons are your action buttons. Okay, this is to delete the contact. You will be asked to confirm that you wish to delete the contact. It will just not automatically delete it if you accidentally click that button. This is to edit the contact, and if we click this, this takes us back to the screen that we were at before and allows us to re-enter in information for this contact. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to click cancel, and it's going to take us back to the contact screen. This button right here is the actions button. This is a very useful button, and most of the time this is actually where you're going to go when you want to do something with a contact in the system. If you want to send them an email, if you're going to have or have had a meeting with them and you want to record that, if you had a phone call with them and you want to record the results of that, if you want to print a letter to them in a PDF format so that you can either email it or actually print it out and mail it to them, if you want to add a case to their system, if you want to print a summary of what's going on with them and a summary itself of the contact. So you can actually also send this contact as a V-card through the email. So these you're going to find that these actions right here, these are going to get used a tremendous amount. We're going to go over each one of these functions in a separate video. So